Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Winning Bet Picks. My name is Gio, and I'm here alongside Luca. And today we'll be giving away our free pick of the day in the Premier League. It's Chelsea as they travel to the Goodison Park to take on Everton in Matchday 12 of the Premier League. Before we get started, how are you doing today, Luca?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing quite well, especially after yesterday's result, which came in as well. We had Sassuolo win in our free pick against Benevento. They got the job done. They stayed for a big part of the game with only 10 men. So it was definitely tough to watch, especially in the second half, but some heroic saves from the goalkeeper gave us that win, and quite happy with the result overall. But now we got another game to look forward to, and it's this Everton Chelsea game that will probably be one of the highlight matches in the Premier League. In this round of fixtures, let's start speaking a bit about both teams. Of course, let's start off with the home team, Everton, in this one. Their form has not been good whatsoever lately. They've honestly, I could say it's a completely different story from how their season started. Everton was one of the top teams in the league at the beginning of the season, picking up result after result, but their form really dipped as of late, only picking up one win in their last five games, and that came against Fulham. They've also haven't kept a clean sheet since their opening day win against Tottenham, and that is a major concern for me, your Luca, especially facing a Chelsea side that has probably been one of the surprises of the season so far. Not only in the league, but also in the Champions League, topping their group ahead of Sevilla. Of course, their marked signings such as Timo Werner and Kai Havertz have been probably one of the main reasons as to why Chelsea has been playing so well, and also their backline has improved. Olivier Giroud is scoring goals now, so it seems like everything is just clicking into place for this Chelsea side. What sort of game are you expecting here, Luca? Of course, Chelsea, like I said, are in complete domination at the moment, scoring goals left and right. They're playing well defensively as well. This definitely has to be a major concern for the Toffees and Carlo Ancelotti.
Major concern is exactly right. This team started out in blistering form, and we've seen that form dip in recent weeks, and they've been struggling to recapture it. And I think a lot of that has to do with two really key injuries to Lucas Digne, who is not only a fantastic player but a leader on the field, and James Rodriguez, who is their most creative, player going forward. Luckily, Calvert-Lewin is healthy for this one. He's the top scorer in the league, and I think it's going to come down to Richarlison to create those chances for him with James out of the lineup. He's that creative player that could, pick a pass and get Calvert-Lewin the ball. On the defensive side, it's been extremely poor for Everton. I was very surprised to see Alan and Doucouré, these two signings. They've been playing. They started the season so well, and it just hasn't been the same. They aren't really the type of center mids to protect the back line. They're more of two really ball winners in the middle of the field, and they win the ball and they push the ball forward. So they're kind of missing that presence to just sit in front of the center backs and protect the back line. They don't really have that type of player. And with Pickford, as shaky as he is historically, this Chelsea team could really look to pick that back line apart. What can we say about this Chelsea attack? Full of fantastic players. Frank Lampard doesn't seem to have his best 11 figured out yet offensively. That's probably due to the luxury of options he has. I was a doubter at the beginning of the season, with all these signings coming in. I thought to myself, it's going to take some time for them to get, to build chemistry and get comfortable with the league. Instead, it's been, full on attack every game. They look great. Tammy Abraham looks to have his spot stolen from Giroud. As you said, Giroud's been playing fantastic, with great players on the flanks of him, Pulisic, Havertz, Werner. There's really no shortage of options. And maybe the surprise out of Chelsea this year has been Kurt Zuma. This guy is playing fantastic. Just a couple of years ago, deemed not good enough to be on this team, out on loan. Now he's one of the best center backs in the league, and I think a lot of this has to do with being partnered with the experienced Thiago Silva. I think he's really nurturing that relationship, giving him some great footballing lessons there. So I think all are legitimate title contenders. This is a great test against the strong Everton.
Absolutely, and like you said, Frank Lampard has definitely done great things, to say the very least, for this Chelsea side. And what a season it has been for them so far. I'm sure Lampard is very happy on how this season has started for them and the results they've been picking in. Like I said, not only in the league but also in Champions League, they have only lost one game so far, and that came against Liverpool. Same thing can be said about this Everton side. Ancelotti has to change something here. Of course, Ancelotti is an experienced coach, but it just seems like the players are not clicking for him at the moment. And also, given the fact that, like you mentioned, they have many injuries at the back line, definitely is not something that they're willing to go forward, especially in this sort of game where they're facing such a threatening attack. Like you said, Chelsea with so many options up there: Werner, Havertz, Gio, just to name a few. And then you got also like the youngsters like Abraham. These guys definitely have what it takes to score goals. At the end of the day, also another thing that I wanted to speak about Chelsea is their goalkeeping situation. I think they finally
Mhm.
resolved that big time. They were stuck with a goalkeeper such as Kepa, that unfortunately so many, so many bloopers and poor results, just poor performances altogether. I think was one of the major reasons as to why even last year Chelsea just weren't picking the results that they wanted. Now they got a guy into Mendy that is looking a lot more confident on the ball, definitely giving them that security that they so much looked for in a goalkeeper. So I'm very happy to see them finally fixing also their back line. Like you said, Zuma, one of the main players as well there. But this Chelsea side looks like a team that could definitely go far this year. Of course, they have
Mhm.
some very good opponents to deal with, such as Liverpool, Tottenham, this year, and it's going to be a very tight race. Of course, Man City not too far behind as well. They're still in that race for a title contention. So it's going to be a very interesting season from now until the end. Of course, we're still in the very early stages, but usually we always see what a team does in the early stages, especially after the 10 games, could be reflective on the rest of the campaign. Now, in terms of the result, guys, and the prediction in today's game, look, Everton at the moment, they're not playing well. And we've mentioned it a couple times already this video, but I think this Chelsea team has just too much firepower at the moment. They're running on a high. And it's definitely for any team at the moment, not only Everton or any team in the league, Champions League, it's definitely hard to stop when a team is on such a good run of form. So in this game, we're not going to look at the goals market, even though Chelsea is expected to score at least a few goals here in this one with such a shaky backline from Everton. But we are looking at the winners market, and I think Chelsea, given the odds that the bookies are favoring them at, I got them at around 1.75. I've seen the odds drop a bit depending on the bookie, but you should still be getting them for around 1.70 or so. So it's still, I think, a very valued option if you ask me, especially back in this Chelsea side that not only plays well offensively, but also defensively are very hard to crack. And with some key players missing there for Everton, this should be another win in the bag for the Blues. So Chelsea money line or Chelsea winner is the play that we're going with today, guys. Let us know what you think about the pick in the comment section. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel as we post daily free picks, not only involving soccer but also for other sports around the world. And without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. Good luck with your bets, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for yet another video. Take care.